What's going on, HPP family? It's another week. It's raining his booty off outside and it's cold, but me and Gio in the shop, we getting it in still, huh? Gio's been making tremendous headway with Mr. Harbuck's car, James. We are waiting on the oil pump, which we should get today. So we get the oil pump, then Gio can get the front cover slapped on, and we can get the motor the rest of the way assembled. In the meantime, Gio's going to get it set back up on the rack here and get the undercarriage all put back together. And when he gets it up in the air, I'll go ahead and show you guys what we've done underneath the car. And then got this beautiful black Mustang. I don't know if you remember, we did the Roush mid-muffler delete on this thing, the resonator delete, like a week or two ago. Customer is back for air rate intake, so we'll be doing the install on that here shortly. Unfortunately, guys, the camera died, but there is our final product all installed. Air rate makes a very nice piece, looks good. Sealed off air box, dry filter. So go ahead and get this one backed off, get it on back to the customer. So guys, as we slip underneath this sweet ride, as you can see, Gio's got the sway bar on. We got the long tube headers with the cats, and as you can see, we got our drive shaft back up with our, oh, look, a clean brand new diff. So this thing's no longer gonna one wheel peel, and we got a little upgrade. We went from a 289 to a 306 or 309. 309. I don't remember. Either way, no more one wheel peels, and we got a little taller gear in her now. And as you can see, we got the rear sway bar on as well. So guys, aside from all the other awesome parts going onto this car, one other piece of the puzzle is this. A 6.4 liter intake manifold is going on this 5.7. As you can see, I've already swapped everything over from the stock manifold to the 6.4. Sorry about that, my phone was playing in my ear. So we've got everything swapped over, and as you can see, we're running an MMX block off plate on the intake runner control valve. And then we'll just need a little piece of hose to connect from here to here. No worries, we get that at the parts store. But this isn't just a stock 6.4 manifold, this one is ported, so we'll definitely see some great gains with that. Gio is wrapping up, putting all the front end components, by front end I mean front of the engine components, back together. Got to put the radiator back in, and then once we do that, we'll be able to probably get the intake stabbed on, and then we'll start working on suspension after that. Okay guys, so real quick, I thought this was an interesting one. I wanted to share it with you. So this car was brought to us this morning for Diag, and customer stated vehicle would shut off when you put it into park if you let go of the brake. The dash was saying service transmission, yada yada yada. So I said drop it off, leave it with us, we'll check it out, find out what's going on. So I hopped in the vehicle, started it up, put it in gear, it moved, put it in neutral, nothing happened. Put it in reverse, car backed up, put it in park. Dash said service transmission. If you release the brake, the engine will turn off. And sure enough, release the brake, engine shut off. Car started rolling. So got me thinking, what could be the issue, Then I put the vehicle in park, released the parking brake, and just let the car roll, and I heard click, 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 and I immediately knew what was wrong. So if you look right here, this customer likes to put change right here in the console, and I'm not sure if there's a hole in the bottom of this or not. When I lifted this up, there's change all down in there, and we all know what this pull tab does. It puts the vehicle in neutral. And what do we have? A bunch of change underneath there, and it's preventing this from going all the way down, and the transmission knows it. So I'll go ahead and clean all this change out and see if we got this one fixed. So guys, I don't have good news for the thought it was a quick fix. As you can see, it's rolling out right there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use the wrong terms because I don't know the proper names for all the internals on a ZF transmission. But so you have the release for, they're an electronically controlled transmission, right? And if you notice, you can't put them in neutral without the engine running. So if you have one that the engine doesn't run, you have a release, and it's for towing of the vehicle is what that's put in there for mechanic shops to move them. But anyways, so you pull that little red lever, and that's how you get them to go into neutral. Well, as you've seen in his case, at some point they had probably popped that cover off, and maybe he had pulled his lever, and maybe the change exploded everywhere. I don't know. I'll find out here when I call him and ask all these questions. But I cleaned all the change out and got the that release to sit flush, sit all the way down, so it wasn't partially pulled up anymore. But it still didn't cure the issue. And the reason most likely is it's been that way for a while, and he's been driving on it. And I'm going to use terms that are in other transmissions, but the park pawl, there's teeth on that gear. And other transmissions, there's a little ball that locks into place for park with a spring and so forth, and a sprag. Not sure how it is on the ZF, but that tranny knows that that has not gone all the way and locked into place, and so the car thinks it's not in park, and most likely that's because it's been almost not in park and he's been driving on it like that, and so it's been grinding away at that gear, and now it can't go into park anymore. That's what I think is going on, and I verified that by actually disengaging the line, the cable that attaches to the lever on the side of the transmission, and I've actuated it up and down and pulled it all the way down to what should be park, and the vehicle still doesn't recognize park. So unfortunately, some change, unless I'll do some more research, unless I'm wrong, has cost this man a transmission. So food for thought. So another cool little ride stopped by. This is a 2015 2.3 liter turbo EcoBoost Mustang, and it's here for a little vehicle inspection. Now we're talking about inspecting the vehicle after purchase or pre-purchase inspection. We don't actually do vehicle inspections like for the state, which Texas is getting rid of them next year. Not to be confused. But I've already gone through this thing, took it out on a drive, inspected the tire tread wear, inspected the brakes, gone over the engine, checked fluid levels, checked through the trans, just gone through and made sure that this was a good purchase. Cool kind of color combo. We got this like green with brown interior. I haven't seen this color combination, but pretty cool. So this thing's just got a few bolt-ons, like it's got a blow-off valve and air raid intake, nothing too crazy, and some wheels, spoiler, Vickerville style. But overall, very clean car, 69,000 miles, and went through the ECU. Everything looks good. No history of codes. So I think this dude did well on his purchase, and hope he enjoys his Mustang. Boom! Woo-woo. As you can see, we've got the 6.4 intake installed. We got some of his chrome covers reinstalled, and then we put the covers back on our coils because they were able to fit. This engine bay is coming right along. We just modified down in here for our leg maker intake, carbon. So I'll have Gio go ahead and get that on here, and just like that, ta-da! Leg maker intake fully installed. Being that we did the 6.4 manifold swap on this thing, we do need to extend the intake air temp sensor harness to get it to reach, but that's the easy part. We'll extend the extension and then get that done. In the meantime, we went ahead and installed, let me get the light. We installed KW suspension. As you guys can see, got that all wrapped up and put back together, front and rear. Slide to the back of the car. So now that we've got our suspension all wrapped up, we'll go ahead and throw our wheels back on, set this back girl down, see what she looks like. Ooh, that joker sitting right. Oh, can't see it yet. Can't see it yet. We're gonna come over here. So, as you can see, we've got a '99 Chevy Silverado over here. Got a Texas Speed Stage 1 cam in it. This came from another shop. Just came for tuning. So, got her strapped down here. Got her idling fine. So, make a couple tugs. Get this one kicked out. And we'll actually drive this one back to that other shop. And they have another one they need to. So, I'll throw a base cowl in it. We'll drive that one back over here. I think this one's a 5.3 or a 6L, I'm not sure, I didn't check it. But let's make some tugs on it. We've already got our fueling dialed in pretty well here. As you can see, fuel trims looking tight. Looking tight. So let's make a pull. Hey, it's coming to the end of the day, but we got some bad mamma jammas leaving the shop. You know, our two baddest builds that we got around here, current builds. Woo! Got HR Scat out here warming up. And then got Royce's Pro Charge Bet warming up. Post down in the comments, which one's your favorite? You have the 1200 horsepower Bet or the 1200 horsepower twin turbo Scat? Which one's your favorite? Today is Friday. It is the last day of the week. But as we are closing out some of our other projects, we have started some new ones. To include this one. This is a 2010 Dodge Charger. I don't know if you guys recognize this car, but we did long tubes and a tune on it a while back. 6.4 intake manifold swap and all that jazz. It is currently getting the conversion. I'll say conversion. The motor swapped to, boom, this 426 you guys see me building. This thing is sporting MMX 426 stroker kit. Our R-ported cylinder heads, comp cam, springs, retainers, And I think that's it. I think the customer, we're gonna put the 6.1 intake on this. I'm not sure if we're gonna use the 6.4 intake, but as you can see, Gio has already gotten. As you can see, Gio has already gotten started on removing the engine, and Nala's helping over there apparently. Actually, she's probably stealing stuff. She's pretty famous for coming out in the shop, stealing some of your parts and taking them inside the office. As you can see, she's gonna go play with them.
I don't forget those.
Right, right. Oh yeah, she's chewing on it, whatever it is. So we're gonna get the motor out of this thing, get some parts transferred onto this motor, and get this 426 stabbed in there. Also had this Mustang. Oh, she's coming for more. We also got this Mustang. Not sure what year it is. Looks fairly new. I think it's 18. It's in for a dag. As you guys can see, it has a VMP blower on it. I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's kind of dark this morning. But boom, Gio, let there be light. Customer states there's maybe a drivability issue. Yeah, this is definitely an 18 plus. It's got direct injection. So we're going to hook up our HP tuners and take this thing out for a spin and look things over for the customer, and then let him know, give him some advice on what's the next course of action. And hopefully we get our wideband for the dyno today, so that way I can get started on this beautiful ride as far as tuning is concerned. Got a bass map in it. She sounds lovely, but need to dial in the power on this thing, so stay tuned. Well guys, this thing put down some good healthy numbers with the VNP blower. This thing put down 655 horsepower and 552 foot-pounds of torque. Sweet. The customer did have some questions about this thing, but honestly I think his issue was not hot enough tires. You know, those are Nittos on the back, 305s, but I think that and the traction control not being fully disabled was the majority of his problems of why it felt like it was kind of cutting out on him. I drove the car today and it did not cut out at all, and as you see by the dyno graph, everything looks great. So this thing, health check, 100%, ready to go back to the customer. Whoo, boys! Ooh, fresh haircut? Yeah. Anyway, Gio and I have been hard at it today on a Friday, and let me show you where we ended up. So, you guys seen some pulls on James's beautiful ride, but I'm not gonna tell you the numbers because we're still waiting on a vital part, and that is the exhaust system. This thing's still got a stock mid mufflers, the whole 9 yards. So we know that's robbing us some power, so I'm gonna hold off on showing you guys the numbers on this car until it's 100%. It is tuned, it runs and drives, she's ready to go, but we're gonna wait on that. In the meantime, we had Jason drop off his car. You guys remember this one? Y'all probably hadn't seen this one in over a year, but this is Jason's car. We built this one's 426 D1X Holly pump gas goodness. I mean, this car makes over 800 wheel. Cam, the whole 9 yards. We are about to do some awesomeness right up in here. So you guys have seen Hector's car, the way we did the charge pipes. We're going to do the same here. And we're going to add hood latches, probably change the blower belt, do a fluid change. Basically just get this bad Bama Jamma ready for wham. And then as you can see, our 426 car has no motor. It's here on the ground. So we are currently ripping and stripping on that one. And then boom, our 426 is getting prepped to go in. And then we took a little bit of the afternoon while we waited on a customer to pick up to work on Elizabeth. It's getting closer. We cut out some of the back section of the car. We welded a piece of angle iron to kind of tie the frame together. And got some more work to do. May come in this weekend and fiddle with cutting out some more of it. But you guys will have to wait to see. Dang, smoke another one. We're gonna have to wait to see where this thing ends up, but it's getting closer and closer, so that's exciting. But that's gonna do it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.